From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. On Sessions from Studio A, we record local and touring bands playing original music here in our region, and we bring those concerts right to you. I'm Spencer Tritt, and this week we're welcoming Shining Nothing to Studio A. Part power pop, part garage rock. The band released their second EP this time last year. We'll hear songs from that, along with new unreleased music from Shining Nothing as they gear up for the release of their first full-length album. Stay tuned, Shining Nothing this hour on Sessions from Studio A. Welcome to Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt, and thanks for joining us for the music of Shining Nothing this hour. They're a rock band with members from all around the Chicagoland area and the far suburbs. After releasing their second EP in November of last year, the band spent 2025 writing new music, playing shows, and getting ready for their first full-length album. We'll hear some of those new songs from Shining Nothing this hour, along with songs from that last EP, all recorded live here at WNIJ's Studio A. Later on, we'll also hear from my talk with members of the band. But first, this is Shining Nothing, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A. This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Shining Nothing playing live in the studio with us, and I'm joined with the band now. Thanks for coming out to DeKalb, everybody. To quick introduce the band, we have Ryan Dustemer on lead vocals and guitar, Tyler Hansen on guitar and keys, also vocals, Sean O'Reilly on drums and singing backup, and Corey Rosebrook on bass, also singing backup vocals. Thanks so much again for coming out, everybody. Let's get a little bit of the band's background and history. Tell us a little bit about how this project got going.
Me and Tyler have been playing together for like almost 20 years. We've been in a couple different bands together, from like street punk bands when we were teenagers to like some rock and roll power pop bands. And then we played in a garage band called Red Scent for a while in like the 2010s. And then we took like 6 years off, and then Shining Nothing we started up again in 2021, and couple different drummers, and we found our forever drummer now, Sean, here. And me and Corey went to high school, so we've known each other for a long time.
You called me out of the blue, and I just was like, I'm not doing anything. I'll play bass.
So what was the inspiration to get going after taking that break for a few years? There was the pandemic, and then what was the inspiration to get the band going?
Yeah, for me, it was like my job. Once I stopped doing like physical labor, I had a lot more energy. There was a period there of like 6 or 7 years when I was just like working a lot in a union job, and I was tired. I didn't have the energy, and then I transitioned jobs, and it was like, oh man, I get to come back to music. I really missed it and needed it, I realized. So.
And then so this, you guys have kind of settled in on this lineup. How long has this lineup then been together with you now on drums, Sean?
It's going to be coming up on a year here soon, actually. I took a break from playing music for a while. Was playing out here, actually. You had us here before.
Yes.
My group Fuzz Love.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Fuzz Love.
Fuzzy.
and after that, I took a break from music, and when I had that itch again to get back out there, Ryan was actually the first person I thought to hit up. Me and Ryan grew up in the same neighborhood a while back, so we're actually kind of childhood buddies.
Yeah.
You guys got into some trouble, though.
Oh, yeah, we would, like, throw snowballs at cars. And
I saw a Drano bomb blow up in his face one time.
yeah, just, kid stuff. just getting into normal kid stuff trouble. But these guys were the first guys I thought to hit up, and Ryan was like, "Are you drumming?" And I was like, I could be.
I can.
I can, yeah. My drums aren't, exactly, I don't know exactly what I'd call my first instrument of choice, to be honest. But anyways, kind of knocked the rust off, and yeah, so almost a year though.
That's awesome. And so your first EP you put out a little bit just after forming. It's self-titled, and I love this because I remember when I was a kid, I loved that the band Bad Company had a song, Bad Company, on the album Bad Company.
Yeah.
And so you guys have a song, Shining Nothing, on the EP, Shining Nothing.
Yeah.
Was that kind of like the first song you wrote together? Tell us a little bit about that first EP and that song.
Yeah, actually, like one of the first songs we wrote together as Shining Nothing was Fly Trap, the last song we played today.
Oh, cool.
But, yeah, Shining Nothing was kind of the name and the song idea kind of come from, I'm a little bit of a Buddhist nerd. It kind of comes from a concept from Vajrayana Buddhism of like emptiness and that kind of stuff. So
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's kind of a forsaken hidden topic, but no, I'm just kidding. It's kind of emptiness of self, the self is illusion, that kind of stuff. And like, there was a quote I heard one time. It basically like describing emptiness, and it's like they said it's like nothingness but shining by one of these like, old Buddhist masters, and that's kind of where I got the idea. I was like, shining nothing.
You are hearing my talk with members of Shining Nothing. I'm Spencer Tritt, and this is Sessions from Studio A. Let's get back into the studio for another one from their live recording with us. This is a song from their latest EP released last year, titled A Step Back. This is called Make It Out. It's Shining Nothing, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
Trying to make it out, but it's getting pretty tight. Your head's hanging in. He's not quite sure what's underneath. Vacant faces in unknown Where's this going? I guess I'll go. All our feelings start to show. And that fella borrows. There's nothing to do.
Shining Nothing. That song was called Nothing to Do, recorded live here in WNIJ's Studio A. You can find that song and more music from Shining Nothing on streaming services and also on their Bandcamp page. Head over to WNIJ.org to find behind-the-scenes video from Shining Nothing's performance here in Studio A and other past shows. Thanks so much for joining us, and stay tuned. More music is coming up. It's Shining Nothing this hour on Sessions from Studio A.
Trying to make it out, but it's getting pretty tight. Your head's hanging heavy, got you in good time.
This is Sessions from Studio A with Shining Nothing. They're a band blending influences from garage rock, power pop, and 80s post-punk, and we're hearing them recorded live this hour in WNIJ's Studio A. This next one is a single the band put out last year. It's titled Heavy, and you can find behind-the-scenes video from this one over on WNIJ.org and on our YouTube channel. Find the song streaming on Spotify and on their Bandcamp page. This is Shining Nothing, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A.
Pictures that I paint don't capture the weight of the funny feeling. High into the ceiling, ain't it kinda heavy? Honey, aren't you ready? Won't you tell me why we gotta carry this?
This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Shining Nothing, recorded live. I'm Spencer Tritt, joined with members of the band, and before the last break, we were talking a little bit about the band name and how they have a song, Shining Nothing, on the EP, Shining Nothing. And so I was a little curious, what came first, the band name or the song name?
No, I think I had that. I was sitting on that band name for a little bit before we started playing together. We had another band, like a short-lived version of our last band called Sitter that was like kind of a play on words, like sitting to meditate, or sitter, like babysitter. But yeah.
We also had a problem with like switching instruments too often too, so
Yeah.
that kind of helped us experiment around, get goofy stuff.
Yeah, this
going.
guy's played every single instrument but
Yeah.
drums.
Yeah, today you're on keys and guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
2 years ago, he was playing bass in Shining Nothing. He played a couple shows. He played bass.
So
Okay.
Corey.
Yeah.
So you've kind of moved around and now settled.
Yeah, try to be the utility guy in the band, but I think I'm just doing keys and guitars now. So
That's
good.
awesome. Well, I'm wondering about finding the sound of the band because you mentioned, you guys played in like kind of punk bands, garage rock stuff in the
Yeah.
past. Talk a little bit about finding the sound of Shining Nothing.
I feel like just a lot of home recording, all the DIY stuff we used to have to do, we kind of started to use to kind of put our sound together and everything. Just, we'd be tooling around with stuff in the basement, just trying to get some cool sounds together and layer things, and then we'd have to try and figure out how to do that live again. And, we did used to have another member that, we could sprinkle in other things and stuff too, but yeah, I feel like from there we kind of tried to hone in on a sound.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we started playing punk music like 20 years ago and kind of just been evolving and changing. But I think every aspect of different kinds of music we played kind of all came together for Shining Nothing. And I think it's kind of like matured for me, and I think it's kind of like we settled on this sound. It's like, a little 80s sound, a little bit of like rock and roll, a little bit of punk, and a little bit of indie post-punk stuff too. So yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the songwriting process for you guys, how that works when a new idea is being formed. Walk us a little bit through that songwriting process for you guys.
They're all looking at me, so. Well, musically, I usually, like lately, I've been writing stuff actually on my iPad. I sit down and I program something. I do like bass and guitar and add a little bit of synths, just like all on the iPad with my acoustic guitar. I play all, and then usually that just kind of comes to me. Like, I don't do anything like over the course of time. You can add, like, I'll send them like 5 renders of one song in like 24 hours. But all right, this is done. Like, usually hits me really quick and I get inspired musically like that, and I just kind of puke something up. And then like for like lyric wise, usually I get mostly motivated to write if I'm gonna listen to a book or a podcast and I get like a cool concept. Like, I like to kind of have like a concept for each song, and then I send it to everyone else, like the rest of the guys, and it's like, mostly done, and then we all get together and they make it even
Figure out
better.
who plays what sound.
Who plays what
Sprinkle one
sound.
here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting for me because I'm not used to that process. I come from a lot of bands where we're usually all writing together in the room. Like sometimes someone will bring an idea. I mean, usually at least an idea, a riff or something, and it'll spawn from there. So to have like pretty much fully written songs sent to you, I actually enjoy it at this part of my playing. Like just all the years I've been playing music, it's kind of nice just having a song written. And Ryan's pretty open-minded when it comes to like us doing our own thing.
He says a little bit.
He says a little bit, but
He's usually pretty nice about it.
he's all right. Yeah, he's all right. But it's cool though. And then having that freedom to get to do our own thing too. But yeah, I personally enjoy having songs kind of already thought out.
Yeah,
It's nice to like for Ryan to take the wheel, but if you have a good idea, he's like, if he recognizes it and be like, yeah, we should do that instead.
yeah.
Technology helps a lot too. It's very fun just to send things back and forth and all that. Like,
Because we don't really have the time now either to be sitting in a room like like when we were kids and could do that and sit in the garage for hours and write music. That's awesome. But now, yeah, as we're older too, it's cool to just get a song sent to you, learn the song, and it's really cool too to hear the evolution, like hearing it like demo version when Ryan sends it to us, and then hearing it like today, like we're playing in the studio. It's really cool to kind of hear a song's evolution.
Yeah, like you were saying, the technology, like that you can just do that on an iPad, and have a almost finished song, almost like the whole idea at least there to send out. That's so cool.
It's super convenient too because I can just play a bass line on the acoustic and then just like drop all the high end and like, oh, that's a bass. I don't have to I don't even have to move, and I actually use my gaming headset and the mic on there.
Oh, no way.
It makes everything sound super compressed and like pretty cool. And I tried using like a plug-in mic on the iPad, and I was like, oh, it sounds way too clean and crisp. Like I like the demo's got this super lo-fi magic that actually is sometimes hard to like recapture like live when we're trying to record it like officially.
Oh, interesting. Maybe you'll just have to start doing shows with your PlayStation headset.
Awesome.
That would be cool.
That's pretty cool. That's a first. I haven't heard that one before. We when I was in high school and we didn't have any gear, I was in a punk band and we recorded an album using the microphone that came with the video game Rock Band.
Oh, I did that too.
Yeah.
I found out that actually because it's a USB.
Yeah, it's just
so
a USB.
I plugged it into my computer because that's what I would do. I just try out different things, and it wasn't bad either.
Right.
It actually was not bad.
It got the job done.
It did.
There we go, a little bit of the behind-the-scenes production of Shining Nothing's music. No excuses to not record. You can find a mic just about anywhere now. Thanks so much to you for joining us for Sessions from Studio A and to Shining Nothing. We have more coming up from their live recording with us in Studio A, and we'll hear a little more from my talk with them after the short break here. Stay tuned. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A. Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A. Let's get right back into our live recording with Shining Nothing, and another song from their latest EP, A Step Back, which you can find on streaming services and download over on Bandcamp. This one's titled Hungry. It's Shining Nothing, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A.
Didn't bother asking for a
So let's talk a little bit about this latest EP you guys put out, A Step Back. At the end of last year, you guys put that out.
So the story for the name's kind of funny with that one. We were working with a label in England. You know, they're really, some of those singles we put out, like Nothing to Do and Heavy and Enough, they were all done by that label. And they sound really good, like really good production. But it's pretty expensive. So and he was also releasing it, like sync licensing and everything through Sony, and it was nice. But I was trying to find an avenue where we could like not pay that much for the production and still have them like release it and sync it. And I sent them some of the mixes. I said, would you be willing to release it and sync license it if we had someone else mix and master it, not telling him it was me? And I sent him some of the mixes from that EP, and he was like, yeah, this is pretty good, but I'd say it's a step back. So we decided to like let them go and just do our own thing, and we were thinking of like what we should call the EP. I was like, is this too passive aggressive? But like it actually works on both levels, because like, he was saying production wise it'd be a step back for us, but I was like, we're kind of reevaluating the way we're approaching the music and stuff. And I was like, yeah, it kind of works on two levels. It's kind of like sarcastic and real,
Kind of took a step back to doing it ourselves again and all that too, so it fit in many ways.
You mentioned a little bit on the production process. I was going to ask about that. So besides the drums, that was all done at your place too?
Yeah, it was all done with a single 57 Shure mic in my basement with a Tascam 4-track, and all recorded in Reaper, which is free.
For a while, when we didn't have a drummer, between drummers before Sean, we were trying out drum machines and trying those plugins, and
we're too old for that.
Yeah, we're like, what is this technology?
Could not figure it out.
Well, that's what's funny too now with the newer material, because again, Ryan writes a lot of stuff on like GarageBand or whatever, and a lot of it's very like
dancey.
Well, it's dancey and it's very just straightforward, and it's actually it's perfect for what I do as a drummer. I'm not like a flashy doing fills and a lot busy. It's very like meat and potatoes kind of stuff. So
I like the word intentional.
It's very intentional, and I'm an intentional drummer.
Sometimes we get a little too much flavor, and you gotta take a step back.
Less is more. Step back.
And I think that's how we're planning on recording this next one too. Is kind of go into the studio and do drums, and then Ryan and these guys are probably gonna do it all in the basement again.
Oh, fantastic. What can you tell us about the plans for this next album? Is it going to be an EP, a full album? Is there a title yet?
Yeah, we got like 10 songs we're working on. I think we're like got 6 or 7 of them down really good. We got 3 more we're kind of trying to tighten up and finish, and then I think the plan is for a full length, but we don't know about like production or release date or anything like that yet.
Yeah, we played a bunch of new ones too today that you guys will be hearing. It was kind of like half new, half older ones from like Step Back. But yeah, it's exciting. This will be my first one with these guys, so I'm really looking forward to it.
And where's the best place people can follow you and find info, dates, music, all that good stuff?
Definitely Instagram. That's where our main account is. It's just shining_nothing. And that's where we haven't posted on there. I've been taking a step back from social media lately, but we've been trying to just get everything formulated in the background, and then we'll come back. But this is a great chance to get some more exposure and get our juices flowing again.
And our music is on Spotify and YouTube as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Spotify.
you guys are on
everywhere.
all the streaming places. Shining Nothing, thanks so much again for coming out to DeKalb and playing for us. Great show.
Spencer, thanks for having us.
Yeah,
thanks so much,
Spencer.
man. Appreciate it.
trap. It ain't that bad, she said. I'm stuck in my head, but I'll come back. I'm always so dead, it's hard to stay on track. Wait, what did you say? I wasn't paying attention, and fate has a funny way of forgetting to mention that it's not just getting what you want. The trick is wanting what you got. Yeah, it's not just getting what you want. The trick is wanting what you got. Who's got your back, fly trap? It ain't that bad, she said. I'm stuck in my head, but I'll come back. I'm always so dead, it's hard to stay on track, on track. It's hard to stay on track. Not for trophy, not for trophy. Had to be happy, had to be happy. Not for trophy, not for trophy. Had to be happy, had to be happy. How do, had to be happy, had to be happy. How do, had to be happy, had to be happy. Had to be happy.
Shining Nothing, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. That song was called Fly Trap from their latest EP, A Step Back. You can find that one out on streaming services and on the band's Bandcamp page, along with more music. That wraps up our show for this week. Thank you so much to Shining Nothing for joining us in the studio and playing, and thanks to you for listening in. You can find behind-the-scenes video from the performance on WNIJ.org. Click on the music tab over there to find that, and all past episodes of Sessions from Studio A. You can find Shining Nothing on all streaming services, Bandcamp, and check them out on Facebook and Instagram at Shining Nothing. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Producers are myself, Spencer Tritt, along with Mike Lundgren. Production interns are Megan Ralt and Oliver Wolf. If you're interested in being featured on our show, send us a submission with some of your music to sessions@niu.edu. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.